let me just say this. There is no command, thou shalt be happy. No such command. Well, rejoicing, isn't that the same? No, because look at what Paul says in Philippians 4, rejoice in the Lord. He's not saying, okay, I broke down, let's say I fall down the steps and break my arm. He never says you should rejoice in that broken arm or rejoice in that accident. What he says is count it all joy when things like this happen to you, when you fall into various trials, because you know this, the working of the trying of your faith is working patience or endurance, perseverance. So what he's telling us there is I can rejoice in the good effects of this trial. I don't have to rejoice in the bad trial. So I'm not going to say, Lord, thank you for the broken arm. That's nonsense. Without sin, Genesis 3, we wouldn't have the broken arm. But I can rejoice in God, Philippians 4. I can also rejoice in the good outcome that God is going to bring into my life through this trial as I walk with him. And that's where he puts this. So I'm never going to tell somebody, turn that frown upside down, or it's sinful for you to be sad. That's not what the scriptures command us. Even when people are fearful or when they're sad, God doesn't say to them, you're wrong for being sad. He says, I want you to come back to who I am. I want you to consider my greatness. Psalm 107 is a wonderful psalm on this because he gives 4 scenarios, 2 of which are self-inflicted trials. I brought this upon myself because of my foolishness. The other 2, though, are just circumstantial. And every one of those, he says, I want you to remember my steadfast love. And he keeps repeating that over and over and over again, which means, okay, I could be in the throes of almost despair, and I should run back to who God is, his steadfast love. Because Romans 8:32, he who spared not his own son for us, how shall he not also freely give us all things? Paul there is saying, here's the greatest gift, and that was delivering me from sin and its penalty. If that's the greatest gift, won't God also give us the lesser gifts? And that means he's going to be with me through this trial, this test. And so that can be helpful. Specific Psalms 42 and 43, they go together because there is a refrain that he keeps repeating through both of those Psalms. And that is, why is your soul cast down in you? Hope in God. And there's the solution, which means I've got to be searching the scriptures. What reasons do I have to hope in God? Well, in this life, I don't have a lot. He hasn't promised me that I'm going to escape all suffering in this life. What he has promised me is I will be with you. My son is going to be praying for you. Hebrews chapter 4. Oh, the Holy Spirit is going to be praying for you. Romans chapter 8, verses 26 and 27. So I have no reason to despair, even when I'm feeling like I'm lost, I'm miserable, I've got this disease, and it's chronic sadness that is maybe influenced by that disease. Whatever's going on, I've still got the Lord. And the worst that can happen to me in this life is I die. And then what? I'm with the Lord.
Yeah.
So Paul's admonition, for me to live is Christ, to die is gain. Either way, it's all about Christ. And if I can remember that and the gospel and the truth of the word, then he ministers to my heart even when that sadness lingers. And now I've got hope.
Enjoyed this short clip? That was just a sneak peek into a full episode on the Teacher Edition podcast. We are passionate about supporting Christian educators like you. Looking for more inspiration and practical strategies you could use today? Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts.
Brought to you by BJU Press.